Welcome back. In our last episode, we spent more time in the ICW traffic waiting on bridge openings, pulled over and dropped anchor so Craig could do a quick impeller change, and had a quick lesson on the importance of your diesel engine running temperature. In this episode, we head out once again in the ICW to find some ominous warning signs, are greeted by a few friends, and finally make it to our destination.
It's time to get this circus started.
Hi, thanks for joining us. I'm Diane. This is Craig. And this is our pirate pup, Bonnie. And together we are sailing out of sight.
Well, it's 7 a.m. and it's time to get this circus started. We just left Hammock Bay, which is out in front of Camp Lejeune, Marine Base. Nice anchorage. We'll definitely stay there again. But today we're going to be doing the ICW all the way up to Morehead City, and then at Morehead City we turn up a river for just a little bit, and then we get in a place called the Adams Canal, which is looks like it's, 15-mile long stretch of canal that goes through the land. And I think the flow of this canal, because it empties from one river into another river, I think it's always against us. So we're not sure how long that's going to take. And just a sec, I don't trust my autopilot. It was headed right for that boy. Anyway, so going up this Adams Canal, it looks like it could be a slow haul through there if we're against current the whole way. And we need to make 50 miles today because there's not very many anchorages in that canal because it's so narrow. In fact, there's almost nothing that we want to anchor in. So that's why we got an early start. Hopefully we'll make some good time. Look, we're estimating it's going to take us about 10 hours to get there. And we're headed for a place called Thurman Anchorage. It seems to be, according to my routing, is about 50 miles away. So that's a good 10-hour day. All depending on what the tides and currents do. But that's why I said get this circus started. We don't know what's going to happen again.
It's cool, the breeze is coming in. She's ready. I'm ready. I guess that's all we can ask for. As we leave our anchorage, we are traveling alongside Camp Lejeune. Open since 1941, Camp Lejeune is located in Jacksonville, North Carolina, and is a 246 square mile training facility with 14 miles of beaches. It is a major area for amphibious assault training, and it also has 92 gun positions, 48 tactical landing zones, 3 training facilities, and 80 live fire ranges. Along this stretch of the ICW, we travel alongside Browns Island, which is also a part of Camp Lejeune. This area is highly restricted, with the island being strictly off limits due to frequent live fire training and the danger of unexploded ordnances. Not to worry, the Marines, in cooperation with the Coast Guard, close the ICW when these exercises are being performed. It's not flashing, so we were safe. Due to the erosion of 2018's Hurricane Florence, previously buried unexploded ordnances have been exposed on the island. Boaters traveling the ICW in close proximity to the island may not stop, tie up, or disembark their vessels. No crab pots, fishing, or any bottom disturbing activities are allowed anywhere in the vicinity of Brown Island. If that doesn't give you the warm fuzzies, nothing will. They say if you don't like the view from your front porch, just move your house. This guy is literally moving his house. Some of you might be wondering why it is that we're staying on the ICW. Well, that's a two-part answer. One, we don't have winds in our favor, and that is on the days that there's actually wind. The second part is there are very few outlets along the ICW in this area that we can get out of. We draft 5-7, and a lot of these are for shallow draft boats.
Flag's still on it, but we're almost to high tide, so that thing's not coming up with the tide.
Now, personally, while I would rather be out sailing, I haven't really minded being on the ICW through this area. I've never been up the East Coast at all, so to see a lot of this part of the country that you can't see by road, I've really enjoyed. These guys have the right idea. When it's a hot day on the boat, jump in and have a party.
Are you hot?
It's hot. Africa hot.
It's Africa hot.
It's like Africa hot. Tarzan couldn't take this kind of hot.
So we left this morning, and we are now in Adams Creek and Adams Canal. And the wind is behind us, so it is hot. We had good wind this morning. It was nice and cool. It felt so good till we turned and came up this canal. So I've got a fan going to help Bonnie and Craig out. And then I know the wind's behind us, but earlier it was a little bit in front of us, so I have put up wing on wing here in the cockpit to try to catch some wind. I think I'm going to switch it around the other way to see if we can catch some of the wind that's coming from behind us. Anything will help.
It's the last morning of our trip to Washington, North Carolina and McCotter's Marina. We hope it's the last trip, or the last day of the trip. Somebody's piloting us this morning. I don't know if you can see her beautiful face. We are headed out, got about a 7 o'clock start again this morning. We've got 46 miles to go, 46, 47 miles to go, and one 65-foot bridge to go under, so that's not an issue. And we'll get to the marina today, but I'm sure it'll be after they close, so there won't be anybody to help us at the dock or tell us where to go or anything. So we'll just anchor out in front of the marina until tomorrow morning. And yeah, we watched a fire burn all last night. We never really figured out where it was at. We tried to find it on the internet, and they had some reports of some wildfires, but they didn't seem like they were the same location of where we were seeing the smoke. And actually, we're still seeing the smoke today, this morning. But yeah, I guess it's been so hot. Maybe it's unusually dry here in North Carolina. I really don't know. But if you look on the state website, they've got several wildfires that are active. Seems like the whole country's burning up under this heat. And Canada. We went a little bit further than we had originally planned because we made such good time yesterday. And then we anchored outside of Oriental in an open space.
4 anchorages we wanted to consider. First, close to a bridge has current, that's a no. Second, tight and shallow, again no. Third, anchor wouldn't set after 3 tries, so no. Fourth, 10 feet of water, anchor stuck first attempt, that's a yes. We were set for the night.
It worked out really well because the wind speed was 5 to 10, so it wasn't too rocky, but we did have good breeze cooling the boat off. And early this morning, the wind slowed down. It got a little stucky inside. But other than that, it was a pretty good night's sleep. And yeah, I wouldn't hesitate anchoring as long as the wind's not going to be up over probably 10 miles an hour. Anchoring out in an unprotected area with good holding is not necessarily a bad idea. Okay, I'm gonna go and harass Shorty a little bit more. I'm cooking this morning. I made tea. I made coffee and I made tea.
There be pirates in these waters. Looks like we're fixing to pass what appears to be a fleet of shrimp boats. From this distance, it looks like they're the cleanest shrimp boats I've ever seen. When I win the Mega Millions lottery someday, this is going to be my next boat.
We just made our last turn, and we're now in Pimlico Sound. I think we're like 15, 16 miles from McCotter's Marina. We're finally in an area where we could sail if there was any wind. But that's some flat water out there. You can see the bait fish jumping every once in a while. It's a beautiful day. Hot day. It is hot. But it's been a pretty good ride today, even with the heat. And we've made good time. We've stayed at 6 or above most of the way today. Now all we got to do is get to the dock. We need to get the dock, get the power cords out, and get the AC running.
Well, we made it to McOtters in Washington, North Carolina. We've got the AC running. Bonnie's running. She's found a friend named Zale, the boatyard husky.
A little glimpse around the boatyard. There's your full keel sailboat right there.
Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and ring the little bell. Bottoms up! Thanks for watching.